Good morning and welcome to the new episode of Better Thyself. We as human beings are always anxious about one thing or the other. And this anxiety is shattering experience. We are anxious for things that are beyond our control. And we are anxious about things which are in our control. So the best thing is to embrace anxiety as I wrote the other day. But if you cannot embrace anxiety, then there's a tempest in your mind. And there's a need to calm. There's a need to ease your anxious mind. And that's a $1,000,000 question faced by every individual. Can you have a peace of mind, calmness, all passion spent? Worries would always be there, anxieties would always be there, but can you either embrace them or accept them? The best is, of course, to embrace them and then use them as opportunities. But if you cannot, the second best way is to ease your anxious mind so that you can have an normal life. So how to do it? And let me tell you, it's not very difficult to do it. Anxiety is mostly at the surface. And the moment you take it apart, then it's not anxiety. You understand that this is something normal. The first thing is to slow down. Slow down physically. When you slow your physical movements, you are also allowing your mind to slow down. You can do this by taking time with everyday tasks like walking, washing the dishes, showering, putting on fresh clothes. As I always say, connecting with the nature. Go in the garden, go in the lawn, talk to the trees. This slowing down will A, divert your mind from the issue that is causing you anxiety. And secondly, would slow the metabolism. And you would see your pulse rate come down, your breathing become easier, slower, more sustained. This is, of course, one of the best ways, but that's not the only way. Most of our anxieties we know are caused by misinformation with the news. Some country attacks another country, and our adrenaline rushes up. We are not directly affected, but our ideas, which are manipulated by the media and the politicians, make us feel annoyed, angry. So, the best way is the second part. First was slowing down the second. Take the news, and especially the social media grain, with a grain of salt. Don't accept everything that you read on the newspapers or you see on your edit box. It's very easy to get overwhelmed by the anxious thoughts when you are reading the headlines of the day. You can limit the spread of unnecessary fear. You can stop the panic attack by looking past the headline. When you read the complete article, you will find that the headlines are 90% misleading. They are written to capture your attention. They do not encapsulate or summarize the article. So, read it and then see. Look at the writer. Has he some bias? Is he honest? And then you would see that 90% of the cases, it may not be worth getting agitated about. Now, I know some people say, well, it's a humanity and anything which happens in a distant corner of the earth would. But then we forget that how the things are presented a country attacks another country in Middle East and talks to the defense of democracy, and we appreciate that. Another country attacks another country, and majority of the countries which are inimical to that country start shouting from the top of the voice, this is genocide, this is murder of the millions, forgetting that they have already done that thing. So take the news and the social media absolutely nonchalantly. Moreover, take it as an entertainment. Don't take it as information. Misinformation, yes. Thirdly, build certainty into your day. Our biggest problem when we're anxious is we are uncertain. We are not sure what's going to happen. So build certainty into your working in your day. Very often you would find that mindfulness will teach you to be okay with uncertainty. It's also okay to build in elements of uncertainty at times. But best thing is building the element of certainty that you can count on. And how to do it? Create a new routine. And that routine should fit in the reality of your right now. Use exercise, use sleep, meditation, diversion, attention to the reality of the life and nature, and this will enable you to ground yourself with the healthy habits. This building the certainty is in fact building an impediment against the onslaught of anxiety. It's a defense mechanism. When you're sure of something, when you're certain of something, it's like building a wall against the tides. So the tidal wave would come, and the certainty that you have built in your mind would stop that tidal wave, and the tidal wave will go back. So there's a third one. The fourth, come to your senses through the day. Most of the time, we are so agitated that we take leave of our senses. We may not be raving lunatics, but we are not normal even. An ordinary thing can agitate us, trouble us, and we can be so angry, annoyed, frustrated that we vent our anger on anything. So what to do? To ease your worried mind, try 3x3 practices. Now you will say, what is this 3x3? Notice 3 things that you can see. You can see if you are sitting in a window outside the traffic going. You can see the trees. You can see a nice person walking, or a couple walking, or the children jumping. Anything. 3 things that you can hear. What you can hear? The music, the sound of the voice of your spouse, the honking of the traffic outside, the chirping of the sparrows, or the humming of the hummingbird, whatever. And then the 3 things that you can feel. Fresh air, splashing water on your face, smell of the flowers. So these 3x3 practice, 3 things that you can see, 3 things that you can hear, and 3 things that you can feel. And you would do these 9 things. You would find such a peace, and your anxiety would be something non-existent. As a matter of fact, you would not even remember the cause of the anxiety. Expand the practice later on from 3 to 3 to 5 to 5, 6 to 6. And this will bring attention to your senses. So one sense at a time. Hearing, feeling, seeing, and then touching. So all these things would ultimately make your five senses make use of them. Tasting, yes, taste something different, taste something which would divert your mind. Then release a critic. By that mind critic within you, if you can become aware of what you are comparing yourself to other people, you see what happens. When you say the person, he has been promoted, or he has got a son who has got promotion, and then you say, how dare my son is equally important, or I am equally important, I am more capable. Then you're comparing yourself. And that causes anxiety, that causes worry, that causes a period of non-acceptance. So gently remind yourself that you are unique, that you don't need to compare how you are handling the crisis or how you are being treated and how others are coping. Many times you will say that others are coping in a different way than you are coping. No, don't compare. Every individual, every situation is different. So, when you compare with others, the sense of auditing comes in. And that auditing makes you feel that maybe you're the better because you lack that sense of self-compassion. Self-compassion yourself and let your critic inside your mind go to hell. And you would find that when thoughts of judgment arise and label the thoughts as comparing, stop there and then. Do not ever compare. Comparisons are always odious. And then, sixth, do a reality check. Now, many times you will see that anxiety is confuses possibility and probability. These are two Aristotle's words. I still remember when I read the Poetics for the first time, that it has to be possible and it has to be probable. Things may be possible, but may not be probable. And they may be probable, but may not be possible. So things which really matter are those things which are both possible and probable. So ask yourself, is this thought true? An idea comes to you. Question yourself, is this thought true? How does this thought, this idea make me feel? What's the purpose of this idea? What does it want me to do? And lastly, most important, what would I do if this thought was not there? Now, when you try to answer these questions in your mind, you'll be able to judge the possibility and probability with a clear distinction between the two. Say, I'll give you an example. A friend of yours gets elected to an elected office, and you are angry that I'm more capable. Fine. So, how make you feel jealous? What does it want to make you do? Fight an election. Can you do it? Do you have the fund? Do you have the infrastructure? Do you have it? So it's possible, but not. It's probable, but not possible. So when you question and judge the possibility of probability and possibility with these, you understand that your anxiety is misplaced. And there are 7 days in a week and 7 principles or 6 are given. Whatever the 7, look up and listen. If you can do it, go outside, lie down, look up the sky and close your eyes. After looking at sky, close your eyes and listen. Listen to the sounds that you normally don't listen. Allow yourself to get comfortable and take in all the sound, open your eyes, all the visuals that surround you. Explore and experiment with each of these 7 practices, these 7 modes which I have given you, and see the notice. You will be more peaceful. The anxiety that torments you would not be there. And if you make it a daily habit, you will never have a panic attack, never be anxiety. So know that whatever you are experiencing right now, you are not alone. People have been through that, and they have got over that. And if they can get over that, why not you? So adopt these 7 steps, and you would have a life free of anxiety, free of unfounded fear, and free of frenzy. What more do you want? So do it and be happy. Thank you.